this. Oh my god. What a nuisance. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do that. Movement. Tanks. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Commander's Hatch. Today is a major day. It is set to be the last day of access to World of Tanks Heat. So today is going to be special, and we're going to be doing things a little different today, in the sense that to start off, we're going to be reviewing game data. Well, yeah, game data pretty much. We're going to be going over and reviewing all tanks in the game to kick things off. Once I'm set up here, of course. And good morning to all of you guys from New York City, of course. My various devices can give me some cooperation. That'd be awesome. So we can get things started a little faster here. Alright guys, so as I stated, today is the last day of the World of Tanks Heat Beta. I am honestly so tired right now. I was not even going to be running this. But I do want to get ahead and give you guys information on the tanks. I have played every single tank currently available in Heat that we have access to. And as you guys can see in this news release from Wargaming here, full progression has now been unlocked for the last day of Heat, so that we can make the best use of this, right? So, to start things off, we're gonna go in order of all the tanks, okay? So first of all, there are currently 8 agents in total. Most agents have 2 tanks, so Kent has 2 tanks of the assault class. Reaper has 2 tanks in the assault class. Raketa also 2 tanks in the assault class. Twister also 2 tanks in the assault class. Ember on the defender class has 1 tank. Chopper, my favorite agent to play, and tanks, having 2 tanks in the defense class. Hound, which, yes, Hound looks a lot like Ghost from Call of Duty. Hound has 2 tanks in the marksman class, or you can call this support class as well. Buzzer, again, having 2 tanks. So we're going to be going over the agents, their abilities, and their tanks. Okay. Starting with Kent. Both of these tanks are, they're really good at what they do, and we have full access. We're going to be playing again through all of the tanks, even though I don't like some of them. But we're gonna be doing this unbiased as possible. So I will try my best to give you guys the, you know, best impression I can of World of Tanks Heat on its last day. So, starting off with Kent in the XM190 at level 50 currently, as Wargaming has given us access to. Every tank has equipment slots, 2 equipment slots. And essentially they all have the same equipment to choose from, which is a recovery system, which is what I recommend you keep on every single tank in your first slot, because the recovery system, what it does, as it states here, after 10 seconds without taking damage, your tank starts to repair itself, right? And this is a rate of 100 hit points per second, and it's an unlimited recovery, so you will go back to 100% so long as you stay out of combat long enough for that to happen. Other than that, you have the rebuild kit, which is a single-use strong repair kit, which reactivates your shield recovery and gives you 50 hit points with a cooldown of 65 seconds. Rebuild kit is more useful on the M1E1 Abrams, as that is the only tank that has an active shield system. Actually, there is another tank that has an active shield system, but that's the tank that I would primarily use this on if I were to use it. And then lastly, you have another repair kit that instantly restores horsepower hit points up to 550 hit points, as well as shield recovery again. But once again, in my opinion, your best option for your first consumable slot is the first option, which is the recovery system. Is the best in my opinion. Okay, it does not have a cooldown at all. It just activates as soon as you get out of battle, right? In your second equipment slot, you have, this varies. Different tanks have different equipments to choose from in the second slot. So you have a fail-safe circuit, and this helps to remove effects such as stun, electricity, whatever other effects are in the game. Recovery protocol, I mean, they all kind of do the same thing, removing active status effects. TEPS increases your resistance to status effects again, right? So, you know, status effect, status effect, status effect. And the fourth option varies per tank. On this tank, it's a hull reinforcement kit. On some tanks, it's an exhaust mounted or an exhaust smoke system. On tanks like the Defender tanks, like the M1E1 and the FV430X, it's a smoke screen, which is what I prefer. But again, smoke screen or, you know, smoke launchers are only available on certain tanks, whilst other tanks don't have smoke launchers, as you can see in the case of this tank. And some tanks have smoke veils that activate from the exhaust system, helping you to retreat. Okay, so that's equipment wise. Now the XM90, every tank has 2 abilities. The XM90 is his first ability, primary ability, is a fast draw magazine, which enables you to switch to energy consuming specialist rounds from the secondary magazine in the heat of battle. Its secondary ability is refilling the main gun loader and rapidly unloading it. Okay, so both of these abilities are, you know, they help you in the heat of battle, and I must say the XM190 is up there with firepower, and it has a very high DPM. Looking at the firepower statistics of the XM190, there's a lot of statistics in this game. Okay, it can be a little overwhelming, so we're just gonna go over the important stuff, especially as players coming from World of Tanks or War Thunder, things that we're accustomed to. The alpha damage is 400 on the XM190. Every tank has a fall off distance. Okay, This means after that distance, your shell starts to dip, so you have to compensate, aim higher if you are shooting past that distance. What's up, Death? Good morning. Um, so for the XM190, that distance is set at 144 meters, right? Um, so of course your optimal range it states is as well 144 meters. Anything beyond that, your shell starts to dip. You have to compensate for that shell dip. Your maximum penetration is 375, and 375 is it sounds like a lot if you're thinking World of Tanks, but here in Heat, this is not World War One, World War Two, prototype tanks, Cold War tanks. No, this is primarily modern tanks. And when you're facing tanks like the M1 Abrams, the British Challenger, as those are the two most heavily armored tanks in the game, 375 is not enough. If you know how to play your tank, which we're gonna get into as well, weak spots, modules, critical hits are very, very important in this game, as you guys will see later on when I start to play the game. You will see the importance of knowing those areas, and wargaming makes it very easy for you to learn this, right? So 400 alpha damage, optimal range of 144. So this tank is not meant for long distance plays, though it can be. You just have to know how to aim and use your trajectory, right? Velocity coming in at 1333, aiming speed at 0.5 seconds. And there's energy cost because the tanks have energy for their special abilities, which can be increased through the modules you see down here, right? Thank you for following, guys. Very much appreciated. What's up, Mondat? Right? High explosive shell, as this does have HE, is 224 alpha damage. It's lower than the AP shells, of course, but it has a radius and it has very low penetration, as you can see, so you don't want to use them against armored targets such as the Defender class tanks. Okay, dispersion is very low, 0.15. Reload time on this tank is 1.13. Mobility wise, it's up there with 54 kilometers an hour forward speed, and all tanks in the game come with a turbo boost, okay, built-in turbo that recharges constantly, so you can use it to close distance and also get out of combat if you need to. Toughness wise, not a lot of armor here, okay. Turret side armor comes in at 86 millimeters. Commander's cupola armor 120. Turret bustle side armor 100. Turret breach armor 360 millimeters. 4 seconds to repair your track. Spaced armor. All tanks have spaced armor, and I will show you that in a second as well. And the cool thing in Heat that I did not notice until yesterday when I was playing it, the spaced armor reacts to projectiles. So if you have tanks that, such as the AMXs and the Leopards, that have tow missiles and the Bradleys and these kind of things, the tanks have reactive armor, much like modern tanks in real life, because these are modern tanks, and those reactive armor plates will deploy and intercept incoming missiles, okay? As well as you're shooting regular shells at enemy tanks. If the enemy tanks, if you're aiming at the disposable armor, those armor will just chew up the rounds and fall off the tank. When your tank is being repaired, you will visibly notice those plates being, restored as well, right? View range, most tanks in this game don't have a lot of view range, right? This one's view range comes in at, let's see, where is it at? Battle communication range 350, aim intel value 200, first zoom modification 3x, spotting range 300, right? This game is not really, the maps are big, don't get me wrong, some of the maps are really big. The maps are big in general, and you guys have to be careful because there are no boundary markers and there are out of zone areas, which once you go past that point, it gives you a timer, much like if you're playing Battlefield 6, and the timer will tell you, hey, you got 10 seconds to get back into the boundary line, right? Now, much like in World of Tanks, how we have the armor module and also tanks GG and these other places, you have an armor X-ray that's also active in battle, as that is something new we also have in World of Tanks, right? So this is the XM190's armor modules, right? So you guys can see here, same thing like in World of Tanks, red for areas you're not gonna pen. You can see effective armor thickness there going over 1,000, 700 in places, and it shows you your impact angle as well. However, coming down to here, you can adjust the range you're shooting at from here, right? So you can see the range you're shooting at varies from 200 up to 700, right? By default, they have it at 400. Okay. Now, on the XM190, of course, the lower plate's weak, 235 millimeters, 368 on the upper glacis. The upper hull is very weak, and of course, don't shoot the rivet. That's just, Now, you can pen this tank easily from the side. If you have a side angle, punch right through the tracks, it will go through, it will hit the hull, right? Now, the other thing that you like I said, this is what's important in this game. Not only knowing where the weak spots are, but the internal modules, okay? So you can see here, this is the engine. It's listed as a critical hit. This is the fuel tank. This is the ammo bay. This is where the crew is located. So every time you hit the cupola, or if you pen through this area right here, or if you manage to pen anywhere, any angle that hits the crew box, crew gets knocked out, right? If you're in a fast firing tank like a Bradley and you get a side shot on this guy, you want to start engine first. Boom, instantly slows its movement. Fuel tank, crew, ammo rack, just keep hitting this area. What I like to do personally when I have side shots is I'm focused right here, engine and fuel tank, right? Engine, fuel tank. If I got a clear shot of the back of the turret, I'm going for the ammo rack and the engine, so they can't move. You take out the engine, then you focus on the ammo rack, you blow their top off, right? What is my streaming schedule? I don't currently have one, man. I do stream every day, but it varies. It varies on what time I can start streaming. I'm kind of all over the place in real life stuff right now, so I don't have a set schedule, fortunately. But every single day we do stream. I don't normally stream at this time. This is for Heat. At this time, I've usually been getting off. I usually have been streaming Heat from midnight to about 4 a.m. Today we're starting at 4 a.m. because I was asleep all night and I've got the energy and some time to kill, right? So this is the XM190, and armor and modules you guys want to focus on every tank. It's not hard to learn, right? As you guys are going to see, this is the next tank available under Agent Kent. It is the ALVT, another assault class tank, right? It has the same equipment as well. We're not going to go over that, right? Going into the armor and modules again, right? Similar armor layout. It's a little thicker than the XM. Now, if you guys notice, it does look a little bit like an M1 Abrams. Also kind of like an E4 from World of Tanks, but it's obviously not an A4. And again, modules. This is what's important, right? Modules on the ALVT, fuel tank in the front, fuel tank in the rear, engine bay, ammo rack, crew module, right? Massive cupola right up there, right? Cupola is very weak on the side, 150 on the side, 150 in the front. You know, cupola is green all around, right? So even the cheeks on this tank are green. The hull, the front of the hull is red, 459 millimeters of armor right there. The sides are very weak. You know, the only strong point is here, right? The turret kind of looks tough, but as you guys can see, it's not. You can punch right through 267 millimeters of armor thickness. Am I on Discord? Yes, I am in Discord. Discord is linked in the bio. So that is the ALVT. Under Reaper, you have two tanks as well in the assault class. First tank being the M60A1, which I do like. Much like the M16 World of Tanks, it's you want to keep a safe distance. Discord is linked in the bio, buddy. You want to keep a distance and engage enemy targets, right? High DPM, high accuracy. And, you know, armor-wise, it's an M60. You're not looking at a lot of armor, you're looking at a lot of firepower, high DPM, right? Module-wise, this is what you want to remember again. Engine bay for most tanks is in the back. So, engine bay right there, fuel tank, 2 ammo racks on the M60, 1 in the back of the turret, and 1 below the turret in front of the engine deck. And the crew up there at with the massive cupola, right? Which you could punch right through the gun mantlet, through the front of the turret, through the cupola, which is, you know, massive, of course, on the M60. Okay. Another tank under Reaper is the M60A2, which I'll let you guys know I hate it. It's not one of the tanks that I like in this game. Going over the armor and modules, a very weak tank. Okay, green all around. You're penning this thing, no problems. Okay, no problem at all. And the thing about it, it's not good at long range engagement. You can see it has a massive gun on it. It's mainly high explosive ammo, and you can't play safe. You have to get close and personal with this tank. Now, a lot of tanks have external weapons as well. Like this one has, how do we see this? Back, armor modules, stats, secondary. Here we go. Autocannons. You guys can see those autocannons are up there, right? 20mm autocannons, which are very good at engaging low armored targets. If it's a high armor target like an M1E1 or the mine layer tank or the FE430, you want to get behind them and use those 20mm autocannons, right? And you'll pepper your targets right up right away. Okay. Modules wise, you got ammo bays right up front. Right, so very easy to hit. Punch through the lower plate, you hit the ammo rack. Punch through the upper hull, you hit the ammo rack. Punch through the turret, you hit the ammo rack. Right, crew position is obvious. Just shoot directly below the cupola always, or the cupola itself. Right, fuel tanks surround the engine on either side, left and right, and the engine as well as in the back, which is very obvious as you guys can see. Massive engine bay, right? Moving on to the next tank under Raketa, the T-62AV, one of 2 Russian tanks currently in the game. T-62 doesn't have a lot of armor, but much like Russian tanks in World of Tanks as well, you want to avoid shooting the tracks. Okay, these tracks are looking green, but trust me, they eat shells up. You can shoot through them. You have to target. Make sure you're not hitting the tracks themselves. Hit above the tracks, above the belt. Now, the T-62, the engine is in the back. if you couldn't tell by the massive, gigantic jet turbines over there. Followed by one fuel tank in front of it. The other fuel tank is at the front of the tank, and there are two ammo bays, one hidden behind that fuel tank, which you can hit it from left or right, and another in the turret as well. And of course, the crew is located not directly under this cupola. As you can see, this cupola is on the left side, and the crew is actually on the right side, right? Now the problem with the T-62AV and the OBJ-287, which I don't like the 287. It has no armor, you know, very low survivability, green all around. Okay, firepower wise, it's not even that great either. But the thing with these two tanks that makes them dangerous is Raketta's ability. His ability is a rampage ability, which makes him goes berserk, increases his DPM, and your tank will literally survive if you have 0 hit points. Okay, so that means you activate that, you can take out whatever you're fighting, and then get out of battle and restore your hit points, right? And fight on. Twister comes in with 2 tanks as well, the M55-181, which is the American Sheridan tank, coming in with the 105 armament. Alright, of course it's a light tank, as you know from World of Tanks. This is a scout tank, no armor. Okay, now this tank does do massive high explosive damage, so when you see this thing on the field, take it out, don't let it get behind you, right? Smart player is gonna aim for your weak spots, try to get behind you to penetrate you, and if this gun does, as it's firing high explosives, it will mess you up, right? Moving on, under Twister, the other tank is the HSTVL. As you guys can see, this tank looks a lot like the Ares 90 in World of Tanks, the Ares tanks that were recently introduced into the game. Okay, it is an auto cannon, but not like the Ares. It's more of an auto loader. Okay, armor wise, not a lot. This thing is stupid fast, right? I would liken it to playing a Batchat or an AMX 1390, except it has a 9.5 second reload for the clip, and the clip has 9 shells in it, right? 9 shells coming in at, what's the alpha damage on this here? 300 millimeters of penetration, and damage. Shells in magazine, 3 shells. $241 alpha damage, right? Now it says 3 shells, but it's actually 9, and you guys will see this when I play the tank. Okay, it fires 3 bursts of 3 shells, right? Moving on to Ember in the XM1V. Now, I'm not a big fan of this tank, but it's definitely not one of the worst tanks in the game. Reason why I'm not a big fan is its firepower is not that great. It's not really meant to be an aggressively played tank. This tank is really more defense and support. As you guys can see, it has minesweepers in the front, and yes, this does work because this specific tank deploys mines. As you can see, primary ability are demolition charges on impact, and then it can also lay down minefields. Now, given that it has the anti-mine buckets in the front, this also means that it can destroy minefields. Just when you, which is what you should do when you're playing this tank. This helps your team out. If you see a minefield, drive over it. Only if you're in this tank. This tank will not take damage from that minefield. But keep in mind your minesweepers are on the front, and what does that mean? That means you're driving forward first over that minefield. If you reverse over the minefield, or you're in the minefield, you turn left or you turn right, it will take damage if those mines detonate on any other surface other than where the buckets are located. Okay, coming into my favorite tanks, the M1E1. This is the tank that will win most matches. Okay, having one of the highest firepowers in the game, and we're actually going to modify this because we have full access to all modifications right now. Without full modifications, we're sitting at 640 damage, 640 alpha on the AP shell with 330 penetration. Shell velocity is not very fast. It also has an autocannon mounted on the roof. Okay, autocannon is good, especially for engaging low health targets. Even if you're engaging heavily armored targets, you just get to their side or their back and the autocannon will do damage because it will be able to pen, right? Moving on to the Chieftain. Chieftain is going to be my second favorite. Chieftain fires Hesh rounds, coming in at currently 455 alpha damage. Probably going to be more after we apply the upgrades. And 6.8 second reload time. Now this thing is a hull down monster, not Chieftain. I'm sorry, I keep calling it the Chieftain. It's the Challenger, right? Hull down monster. Okay, right now this is what I'm talking about. Space armor and reactive armor, right? These things will pop out and intercept incoming missiles that are fired to the side of it. Even if you fire AP rounds, high explosive shells, whatever, if your shot is coming at these reactive armors, they will intercept those shots and you will do no damage, right? You see it's got reactive armor on the turret as well. None on the front, but both sides have it. And it has heat shields at the engine. Okay, so if your tank's firing heat, avoid shooting that. High explosives, avoid shooting it. This thing is a monster in terms of armor. Now its ability is it deploys bastions, right? As you can see there in that animation, it can deploy bastion virtually anywhere, hiding its lower plate. And when that happens, all you're seeing is this, right? Now there are weak points here. You can directly fire at its gun. You can fire below its gun. You can, if your tank is accurate enough, you can fire at the turret ring. If the tracks are exposed, the upper tracks right there, there's a little area you can fire through. Of course, if you have an angle here, you can punch right through. And the Cupola's hatch is tough, right? But as you can see, right, there are areas of it that you can pen depending on angle, right? Now you can also see these penable areas here. What that means is if this guy turns his turret to shoot at something off to the left or the right, you might get an opportunity to punch right through. Okay, of course if you're shooting down, you go right through, right? Now on to Hound with the Leopard 1A6A1 tank. I do enjoy playing the Leopard, but keep in mind the Hound is a support agent. You don't want to be up close and personal unless you absolutely have no choice, which depending on the map, that tends to be the situation. If you get maps that are more designed for close quarter combat right? When you're on the maps where you have the option to keep distance, there's several maps designed that way. That's where the leopard shines, right? You know, it's a medium tank, it's a support tank, no armor here, right? So especially those assault tanks with the auto cannon and stuff ability, they punch right through the leopard. The challenger shooting high explosive shells punches right through. The thing with the leopard, it has a trapping shot and it can deploy an active decoy. This helps you escape, and it's a decoy as well. It could draw enemy fire, and it will also do damage to enemy tanks. Trapping shot disables the tank you shoot at. As you can see in the animation there, it also it's a cluster munition exploding after impact, damaging the area around the target and disabling the target as well, right? So it's good if your team targets the enemy tank that you have trapped. Then you have the French AMX-10 RC. Okay, another support tank here as well. As you can see, it's wheeled, it's fast. Its ability is a UAV drone which recharges rapidly, and coupled with the UAV drone are lock-on missiles. Now, what you want to do is you use those drones, the drone, to scan the area. It scans the entire map, right? The missiles have an effect, a lock-on range, and so long as you are within range, you will automatically lock on to targets and do top-down damage. Whilst the missiles do lock on, if there are obstacles in the way, such as buildings, you know, any sort of obstacle, the missiles will not circumvent. They're pretty much direct fire. You deploy the missiles, they go up in the air, and they go directly to wherever the target is. If there's something in the way, they will hit that something, and, you know, waste of ability, right? So when you're using the missile ability, you want to make sure you have a clear line of sight on your target, right? Also, if you are too close to the target, I think within like 50 meters, you will not be able to use the missiles. Now, Fuzzer is the guy with support tanks. Let's call them support tanks as well, right? He has a Marder 183. This thing has what's the caliber in this? It does armor piercing, high explosive shells, 40 damage per round, and it has a long range. If you guys remember, the first tank that I showed you, which is actually an assault tank destroyer, had a very short range. This thing has a very long range, up to 2,000 meters. So again, that gives you an idea how huge the maps are in World of Tanks Heat. In World of Tanks, maps are, you know, about 600 square meters. In Heat, you have tanks where their fall-off shells are 2,000 meters away. Point in case, right? Yeah. Now, another thing I would like to bring attention to you guys, when you're playing tanks like the Marder and the Bradley, which is the M3A1, there are aerial support units in the game, right? Like the drones, bomber units, tracking units. There's air support in this game. And the Marder and the Bradley both are capable. Every tank is capable of shooting those down, but these two tanks excel at taking down aircraft. Okay, so remember, this is a team-based gameplay. So when you see enemy aircraft in the sky, please shoot them down. Yes, you don't get a lot of experience or a lot of points. You do get points, not a lot, but it helps to turn the tide of the match, right? Taking out those hampers enemy team's ability. And it's just like in Battlefield 6 where you guys see a recon drone, or Call of Duty, you see a recon drone, you're gonna take it out, right? Do the same here. Now, the Bradley has tow missiles, right? And it also has a laser designator, okay? Now, what you want to do, you use your laser designator, and it exposes weak points on the tank that you're targeting, and then you can hit that weak point either with the Bradley's autocannon or with the tow missiles, right? Um, Tow missiles, of course, you manually control them. They're not fire and forget. You fire and you aim and you keep your aim on the target that you want to hit. And this helps you with moving targets as well, because, you know, the tow missiles follow your laser, right? So if target's on the move, you can do all sorts of tricks with your tow missile, whatever, circumvent, go around an obstacle if you know how to use it. You might see that from me, you might not. I've been lucky sometimes making those trick shots, and other times I'm not, right? Alright, that's enough chit chat, guys. I want to start things off with the M1E1. And we don't have smoke. I seem to recall the M1 having smoke. Doesn't have a smoke ability, but progression is unlocked. Okay, that's funny. They have unlocked. Wargaming has unlocked progression for us, but we don't have access to all the things. I am very confused, Wargaming. Well, we're going to increase the... Well, we can't. I already have this equipped, so no new equipment there. Down for service, down for service, down for service. That's a little disappointing, Wargaming. Jeez. Okay, so these are two new things that we have access to here. Finally, something, right? So the SIS-90, which is an epic piece of equipment. If the tank takes more than 5,000 damage before being destroyed, it gains a 30% boost to damage, a 40% increase to penetration, and a 20% reduction to reload time for 30 seconds. Wow. So that is a toughness mod, and then the other toughness mod, which is rare, fires smoke grenades when the vehicle takes a critical hit, creating a smoke area in front of the turret that lasts 10 seconds. Okay. Also increases the strength of your ammo rack's critical hit points. But the SIS-90 gives you more hit points, right? I think I would rather this. Right? More hit points. Let's see, what do we have over here? New equipment. That's installed. Fire resistance. If you're keeping your engine protected in battle, you don't really have an issue with fire. Toughness mod. SIS 567. A percentage of damage blocked or received is converted into energy. Okay. Tactical resistance. Any applied status effects are removed. Minus 15% to damage from abilities. When you or your allies deal damage to enemies within 12 meters of your vehicle, 10% of damage dealt is restored to you as hit points. Oh, I'm probably gonna mount that. What else do we have here? So we are unlocked up to epic. for firepower mods, this increases. This is a gun breach, which increases armor penetration, armor piercing penetration by 12% and damage. And this one increases damage by 11%. This is your turret traverse speeds. This increases range, damage reduction, and increased damage, but increases reload time. The problem with the gun breach is it is massively reducing your minimal damage. I don't need more penetration, so I'm gonna take the gunner's sight, increasing my maximum damage. So now we're looking at 710 alpha damage. Now these are utility mods. As you can see, the one I currently have equipped decreases the energy cost of my abilities. This increases turret traverse speed, down for service, down for... Come on, guys. Now, we did have a negative on the turret traverse speeds on the firepower mod, so this will counter that, right? So we can go ahead and do that. Alright, let's take her into battle. Let's see what happens. You're gonna do versus AI. The AI will kick your ass, guys. Make no mistake about it. AI in this game will kick your ass flat out. Let's get some. So I would like to say we have a fully decked out tank, but we don't. Because whilst Wargaming is giving us unlimited access, a lot of things are inactive. Makes no sense. And I'm already being targeted by enemy ordnance. Engine sounds amazing. Thank you. Come again, buddy. See you never. Oh, I hate that thing. See that? Amarak hit. Learn those criticals. Criticals are very important in heat. Yeah, this thing is a monster right now. Oh my god. It was already a monster before. Shields up. Off with his head. As you guys like that one. Let's get some... Whoop, heads up. Friendly fire, asshole. Ammo rack is hit. He's burning. Auto turret engaged. Ram kill. I'm being targeted from the rear. Good night, Irene. Where's the guy that was hitting me from behind? Looks like we lost Alpha. I'm gonna head back into there. Oh! Mines, 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 mines. Oh. And there's the guy that laid them down. I'm not going down without a fight. Shields up. Come get somebody. Engine deck's hit. Think twice before coming after me. Hell yeah. M1E1 Abrams, baby. Let's go. All day, every day. Oh, barely missed it. Damn shame. Oh, that's a lot of tanks. Let's not charge into the trenches so fast. Cool story, dude. He's on fire. Aww. Good night. Autocannon activated. Let's cook him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. $22,000 damage, 1 ram kill award, 7 kills, and I was not taken down once. That's the M1E1, guys. Alright, next up we're gonna play the FV430X. also known as the Challenger, and we're gonna make sure this thing is outfitted. So we have bastions, enemy shooting shield becomes trace, bastion total charges, bastion cooldown minus 15 seconds, bastion energy cost. $40 hit points per second. Alright. This helps the team. Ability mods. Down for service, down for service, down. Come on. Oh. Not much of a full access wargaming if things are down for service. Firepower mods. We don't have anyone. We have this equipped, which increases penetration, reload time, decreases reload time. So this is the same thing. L7A2, L25A3. We'll do this. Firepower mods. Oh, full access. Legendary equipment. Switches shell type to armor piercing. Fast reload mechanics. What? Current AP penetration values are very low. Let's try that legendary equipment. Ballistics computer. Toughness mods. Rare reactive armor. A percentage of damage blocked or received is converted into energy. That increases turret armor and critical modifier. Hit point restoration, burnout state. What do I currently have equipped here? Hit points. Plus 6%, plus 12%, minus based armor. Okay, this one, I'll do this one. Last but not least, down for service, down for service. Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. Let's hit it. So, even though Wargaming has given us 1,000,000 tech points, supposedly full access, a lot of the top equipment remains out of service. You guys are limiting our full access. You're not making sense here. But, you know, we do appreciate it. We do appreciate it for sure. Right, this is hardpoint. The thing with this map is whoever holds that aircraft carrier controls the game generally. problem is that being in this tank is not very vast. So climbing the aircraft carrier in this tank is a task of its own. Oh, ho, 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 ho. 846. Oh, that was disgusting. Ricochet. That one's a decoy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Good morning, everybody. Alright. Go for the control zone. Control zone is... Ah, this is where the fun begins. Good night. Amarak. Amarak. bring in the rain. Hell yeah. You guys heard him. Hammer don't miss. Victory. As if there was ever any doubt. It's a little quiet in here, guys. Let's get some music going, huh? Alright, on to a different vehicle. Let's get the Bradleys up and going. Ability mods, all available, okay. Almost. Oh, what? That lets your gun run hot. That will come in handy. Engine power, slow resistance, boost mode, energy volume. Okay, guess. Down for service, fire resistance. Fire resistance, I guess. Alright. Let's hit play. Good map for the Bradley. Hey, World of Tanks, buddy, not World of Bumper Cars. And this is a kill zone. This is a death match. Tow missiles, baby. Boom. You pissant. Like I told you guys, ammo racks and engine bays. That napalm is blinding me. Can't see my targets. Just keep mopping the field. This is what the Bradley does. Stay at a distance and engage. Bradley's just laying it down. 30,000 damage. Constantly target that Amarak. Team lost it, but we cooked. All they had to do was collect tokens. They did not understand that, it seems. But yep, 34,000 damage in the Bradley, 9 kills, no deaths. My team had one job and they failed. Right, we're gonna do Hound and AMX 10RC. Modifying it. Missile charge, yep, let's do that. increase reload time. Better engine. Magnification. Okay. Better optics for sure. Missile cooldown and increasing targets. This is charges plus targets. Max targets. Non-trace targets. Missile charges. Plus distance. Increases cost, decreases damage. But everything else goes up. Drone lifetime plus 15 seconds, plus 15, plus 4%, plus 15%. Do this one. Alright, let's see what the new and improved AMX-10RC will do. Phone needs to charge. All chargers are occupied. Fuck. That's not good. Drones up. Positive impact. Missiles away. Ooh, ho, 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 ho. Amarak engine. You're kidding me, he's gonna survive? Yeah, I didn't think so. Chieftain inbound. Goodbye. Missiles away. Smoke screens up. Positive hit. Negative hit. Make sure to knock these recon probes off. Made a mistake coming here. Ooh. Oh. Did you guys see that shot? Did you guys see that shot? Oh. God, that was a beauty. Oh, heads up. Ah, he saw me. Blocked. How? Dang it. Bad move on my part, eh? Massive hit. Clean hit. that might be a friendly. Yep, friendly bird. Missiles away. Multiple impacts reported. Oh yeah. I know I saw a tank right there. Told you guys. Easy win. All right. So that was the AMX-10. We're definitely gonna run one in the Leopard as well, right? Just get to modifying this. You can see I have no modifications on Leopard as I haven't really played it much. Everything seems to be unlocked. Holy shit. Does everything have a negative effect on? Alright, we're just gonna go with the biggest, baddest one, right? It's just called the Vulcan Bomber. Down for service. Decoy. Applies trace enemy that destroys your crops. Decoy lifetime, decoy count. Turret and hull traverse. Hull traverse. Hull traverse. So we're gonna go for that big boy engine. Recon mod. Intel value. Shot noise value. Camouflage. Oh. Camouflage. Definitely. Firepower mod. Panther Canon. Reticle size decreased. Damage increased. Reticle size increased. Wolf's Biss. Reload can be sped up by completing the reload minigame. Reticle size is decreased. Modification increased. Optimal range increased. Reload time increased. I'll take increased damage. And increased penetration. Let's hit it. Hardpoint, open map, Leopard, let's go. shots are coming in this direction. There's something out there. Yep. There he is. Trapping shot. You're not going anywhere. Hit him. Leopard doing leopard things, man. Missiles ready. Thank you for coming, Jennifer. See you next time. I think this is a good spot as any. Highlighting the leopard's long distance ability, or long range. Oh my god, 1400 damage. That was disgusting. 1200 damage. Oh, baby. Thank you for coming, buddy. Fuel tank is hit. Large team, let's go. Base B. Base B is on the inside. Oh, hello. Can't hit him. Bad shot on my part. Tracking shot activated. He's out of here. Oh. Good hit. Oh, we survived. We're in the radiation zone though. Ah, kurwa. To get back up there. Hey now. And that's the leopard, guys. That was fun. Right, so we're gonna play Twister's HSTV. Let's get this thing modified. Heavily modified. So right now we have a max energy module. This is equipment cooldown. Energy volume and regeneration. Energy regeneration. Definitely do this one. Switch system. Okay. Thermal imager. That's cool. Mobility mods, hyperdynamics. I don't even know what that means. Guess we're gonna find out. Firepower mods. HE shells. What are the penetration on this thing? .304 on the HE. What? Hey, where'd he go? .304. All right. Try it out. Auto turret cooldown, energy cost, turret range, explosion damage, minimum value increase, maximum value increased. No, I'll take that. Last but not least, Recon Probe, energy cost. Yeah. Alright, let's hit it. Good morning, Twitch. How's everybody doing? As I mentioned to you guys, this tank is wicked fast, right? Hit this boost, and there we go. You can literally drift around this map. See that? This tank literally drifts. It's insane. Gotcha. Let's get out of here. Ay ay. Gotta get those tokens. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, whew. Son of a bitch, man. This guy's got mines everywhere. It's a lot of enemy tanks over there. Decoy. I think I like the other gun. I'm gonna change that back to the auto loader. Ooh, 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 ooh. Boom. Fast and Furious meets World of Tanks. Fuck, kurwa. No. Get back out there. Stay away from that guy with the mines. Thermals. Aha. That's crazy, huh? Good night. World of Tanks Tokyo Drift. This guy always in that corner, bro. It's insane. Thermal imaging on. More smoke up. Kurwa. Man, they want us hard. Pick up those tokens, guys. Where? Pick up that token, my guy. Come on, team. No. А кто? Alright. I think we need to redo with the HSCV. And I need to get back the original gun. Yeah, let's do a rerun of that one. Good map for this tank. open maps are this tank's best friends. And we're doing the hardpoint mode again. We set up our spotting parameters. Out of bounds. Thermals activated. Boom. Have fun with that, buddy. Yep, see, this gun works a lot better. Thank you for coming, David McDowell. We're gonna have a much better match now that we have the original gown mounted. Reload those shells. X is reload, by the way, if you guys are wondering. Future reference, of course. Oh, you. Must retreat. Ha. Enemy plane is down. Nice try, buddy. next base already, huh? That's how you win it, guys. In hardpoint, play the objective. That's it, and that's all. You saw in that match, we only did 9,000 damage and we got first place because we played the hard points constantly. And with the HSTV, you definitely want to keep the original gun. Don't switch out to the high explosive gun. Rocket, play Kent. Let's hit it. The new and improved XM190, or I should say upgraded XM190. hard point again. The aircraft carrier map. So as you guys know from the last time when we were here, get to the top of the aircraft carrier. Or alternatively, we can actually stay right here. This gives us a good line of sight. Yeah, buddy. Where the hell is he going? XM1's got some serious upgraded armor, man. What in the hell am I shooting at? Finally. Yeah, you made a mistake coming after me, buddy. Special ability. Extended lock. Good night. How many decoys? There he goes. Oh, don't like that. Hold down and side scrape, guys, as always. Scheiße. And they're pushing my position a lot. Fuel tank right there. Engine right there. Blocked. Engine. Oh, deployable. This decoy. Fuel tank again. Another hit to the fuel tank. And somehow our team lost, with, even though we are laying down heavily effective fire. $26,000 damage dealt, and our team lost. Tell me you don't know how to play the game without telling me you don't know how to play the game. Oh my god. Zone is flooded. Holy shit. Team does not know how to play the mode. Oh, we did serious damage in that match, so holy crap. I think that's the most I've done. 42,000 damage. That was definitely the most I've ever done. Holy shit. That's insane. $42,000. Alright, we're playing the XM, we're gonna play the ALVT. Let's get this bad boy set up, yeah? Increase the range. Grenade cluster flight speed. Grenade cluster flight speed plus launch range minus 5% damage. Increase grenade count. Increase the count. Reload time increased. Aiming time decreased. Holy shit. 8% hit points. Critical modifier, critical modifier. You lose power and traverse, so this increases your armor, this increases your hit points. Turret frontal armor. Okay, I'll do that one. increased engine power, minus turret, minus hull armor. No, this thing has low armor already. By the way, guys, the reason why I use specifically this camo, the dazzle green, as you see it states here, flowing high contrast bands that confuse range estimation and vehicle profile. So this camo literally makes it harder for you to get hit by enemy fire. Oh. Alright, this is exactly what we need, this map on hardpoint. Get into position and start laying down fire. First blood. Thank you for coming, Joshua25. Much appreciated. Yeah, I figured there's something shooting at me from that direction. Turret armor's holding. Thank you for coming, Charlene Rogers. Moving to the next objective. Oi, 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 oi. Good night. Second time I've lost my missile strike. Oh, man. Hey, hey. Stop doing that. Numbnuts. Team has abandoned me. Yay. Would not be a World of Tanks game if the team didn't abandon you. Oh, thermal imager. Alright. Right on. Out of range. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, Roman. Oh shit. Yeah, smoke won't save you from a thermal imager, buddy. Easy win. $27,000 damage in that one. Let's have a look. First blood. Kingslayer times 2, 1 revenge killing, 11 kills, 2 captures, 10 assists, 2 deaths. 2 deaths and 27,000 damage. First place by damage, 27,000. Oh, once again, as if there was ever any doubt. Reaper. Alright, I will play the M68 one. Do like it, so let's see what we can do with the newly available stuff. Go with the basic mod there. Yeah, go with the intermediate mod. Fifteen percent reload time, 21% high explosive shot radius, 20% reload time. Oh. Oh, let's do that. Let's get some. Team deathmatch. Favorite mode right here. Let's find him and bake him. Whoop, they found me first. Oh, shut up. Let's go. No. Full force into a minefield there. Get the heal. Blocked. What is happening here? Blocked? Can't seem to pen anything. Burn, baby, burn. What the hell am I shooting? Canister? What? I think I ruined the M60's gun. I need to pay attention to some of these upgrades. Seem to be shooting like a grape shot. Hey now. Oh god, not an XM1. Got no teammates over here. Got him. Gotcha. No. Minefield. Da, I have Death Wish. It's true, comrade. Oh, we got an over our head on that one. Low. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That was fun. Albeit we were playing with the wrong gun, but it worked itself out in the end. Alright, changing agent. We did can't. I'm gonna go back to my favorite, the XM, of course. Sorry, M1E1. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream and the gameplay. on, you can climb. Took all our boost to get up this hill. Jeez. Alright, time to get down there. Turret's activated. One down. Two down. Dude, get the fuck out of my way. Time to bring the rain, guys. You fucked up, huh? Oh, we're taking a lot of hits. Shields up. Nicely done, dumbass. There we go. Bitch, you thought. It's a lot of wrecks in front of us, huh? 15,000 damage in the M1. Well, we're not winning this. I gotta get to the other zones. Barchetta. I think I'll just fuck you up. Come on. Neutralizing Bravo, and I probably gotta go back and take back Charlie. No, Charlie's good. Take Bravo, go for Alpha. Charlie's in trouble. Come on, man. Comes the rain. Damn. I'm trying to turn this match around, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Get off my lawn. Ah, they've lost Charlie, they've lost Alpha. Come on. How hard is it to hold these bases? Alright. Let's take this thing, go back to the other sides. $29,000 damage. We are cooking in the M1. Captured. Alright. Yes, Chief. 18 kills. 18 is my most. We're gonna beat my record in this match at this rate. God, I hope so. And possibly my damage record from the last game. Setting 2 new records. Quite possibly. Come on. 39,018. Can we do it, guys? Can we do it? Don't do me like this. Oh shit, not an XM. Match's over. There's not enough time. Almost beat my record here. Oh. Oh. Close, but no dice. What a shame. $40,018 and 0. Oh baby. Oh, oh, oh. Previous was 42,000. Came close. Came close. We came close. 18 kills, 40,000 damage. That is insane. That is truly insane. Man, there wasn't even anyone on either team that was close to me. Game crash. Do stand by. Hey, that's not bad as far as things go, right? 3 hours, 15 minutes straight with no crashes. Pretty damn good. Pretty nice artwork in this game, I must say. Payload coming in early, eh? Get nice and hull down here. Haha. I think I am marked by a status effect. Shit. Got nowhere to go. Keep knocking his crew out. Next hard point located. Stupid. Yeah, advancing. Calm your titties, man. Oh, kurwa, man. Yeah, I'm also on the wrong side of the tracks, it seems. Hell yeah. nuisance. Napalm. $19,000 damage, highest across both teams. Yet again. Apparently we are. Really? Three o'clock, 10-4. Scheiße. No. You bloody bastard. Critical condition noted. Not again. tried. Listen, I held my own, guys. Alright, you know what, guys? I need a break. So thank you guys for watching. Let me see if anyone else is currently streaming Heat. And I can take you guys over to them. But I need a break before I burn out. Yep, there's somebody else playing Heat right now. Hopefully they have Raid turned on. They do. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in an hour or two. I need a break. Have fun watching this Watt_ZZ playing World of Tanks Heat. See you guys next time. Those of you on YouTube as well, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in a few hours. Today is the last day of Heat, so we will be back for more gameplay of Heat.